Welcome back. Well, you heard my discussion there on the issue regarding China and the Solomon Islands, a significant national security issue for our region with Greg Sheridan. Labor's Penny Wong has labelled it the worst failure of Australian foreign policy in the Pacific since the end of the Second World War. But how much of this is actually Australia's fault? How much is due to the increasingly aggressive China? And how much was the Solomon Islands government up for sale? To discuss all of that, the Defence Minister Peter Dutton joins me now from Brisbane. Minister, I appreciate your time. This is a really important issue. You've seen there's attacks today from Labor. How do you respond?
Well, Peter, a couple of points. I mean, firstly, thank you for having me on the show. But I think the response today, the shooting from the hip from Penny Wong and Anthony Albanese, frankly, is quite irresponsible. I think it's reckless. And I think they've damaged our international reputation. And they've done it all based on no evidence, no advice, no intelligence briefings, and it demonstrates to all Australians that, frankly, they're not up to the job. I mean, Penny Wong believes that she can head off to Beijing, sit down and resolve all of these issues, make sure that the relationship is normalised. It's actually reckless and dangerous, as I say, and I think Australians see Penny Wong and Anthony Albanese for what they are. They're political opportunists on a difficult issue. The reality is that Australia hasn't changed. Our morals, our values haven't changed. We stand up for what we believe in. We stand up for those in our local region as well. And we've got a situation where China has changed, and they've changed quite dramatically. And we should be very open and honest and frank about that. They're militarising bases in the South China Sea. They're amassing nuclear weapons. And that's not the fault of the Australian government. So for Anthony Albanese to be out there saying that this is because of climate change, Australia's policy on climate change, I mean, he still says that with a straight face, and it shows you, I just think they're not up to the issue of keeping our country safe. They're demonstrated each day. They certainly have no hope of keeping our borders secure, given that Penny Wong was out there with a different policy again today.
What sort of briefing has Penny Wong or Anthony Albanese had on this issue? What sort of security briefing have they had?
None. I mean, this is the thing. They don't have the intelligence or the information that we've been working on for months. And the response has been calibrated based on the advice. We've distilled all of that. We've listened to the advice from the Chief of the Defence Force, the head of the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, the head of ASIO, of ACIS, of all of those that sit around the National Security Committee. And there's a lot that we can't speak about publicly. A lot of influences, and China operates by a very different set of rules than Australia does. I think most Australians, get it. They're not stupid as Anthony Albanese thinks they are. And Australians understand what's happening here. This is a very difficult situation. And I think when you look at Anthony Albanese's track record on borders, on national security, he's never held a national security portfolio in 26 years in Parliament. And he's demonstrating that at the moment because he's got no idea on a very important issue.